Hey guys, so as you can see, it is dandelion season here. And we are going to make dandelion jelly and dandelion chapstick. So we need to pick all these dandelions. And then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so when you're picking the dandelions, you only want the yellow. You do not want the green on the bottom. So you want it to look like that. Not the whole flower, because the green makes it bitter. The more yellow and the less green you have, the more of a honey flavor you will get. So if you can get all that green out, the better you are. And remember that dandelions are the honeybees' first source of pollen for them. So don't kill them all. Let these little guys get some. So I think I have about 2 cups, or I'm hoping at least 2 cups. So we're gonna go inside and find out. So we have exactly 2 cups of dandelion petals. So now I'm going to boil some water and then we're gonna steep it overnight. Okay, so we're waiting for the water to boil for the dandelion jelly tea. So my daughter wants me to make some dandelion lip balm. So we need 1 cup of dandelion, and this time it doesn't matter whether it's the petals or the greens with the petals. So we're just gonna get 1 cup of the flour, and then I have this coconut oil, and we just need 1 cup of coconut oil. Actually, we're gonna do it this way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make the infused oil for the lip balm that my daughter wants. So you need 1 cup of dandelion, and this time it doesn't matter whether you have the dandelion greens in it or not. All it does is it may discolor your lip balm. And then you need 1 cup of oil. So I'm gonna push it down and we're gonna cover the dandelions. Just like that. And then give it a good stir so that they can all get infused with the oil. Okay, and then you're just gonna put a lid on it and put it in a sunny area for 2 to 3 weeks while it diffuses. Okay, now that the water is boiling, I have it just off screen so it doesn't fog up the screen. We just need 1 cup of boiling water. Actually, I think we're gonna do 2 cups. And make 2 batches. Okay. And I forgot of a ring, but you can already see the yellow, and that's pretty much the color that the jelly will be. So we're gonna let this steep overnight and start making jelly tomorrow. So we have 2.5 cups of the dandelion tea. So we're just gonna add water until we have the 2 cups. So just like that. And then you need a box of the pectin. And then we need 4 cups of sugar. So that's 3. and 4. So we're gonna go over to the stove and we'll start from there. Okay, so now that we're over here at the stove, we're gonna turn the stove on to medium. We are going to add in our dandelion tea into our pot. And then we are going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So 1, 2. And we're going to bring that to a boil, and then we are going to add in our 4 cups of sugar. Just kidding. You need to add in your pectin right now. This is also the time if you want to add food coloring. I do not add food coloring to mine. You can add yellow to get more of a bright yellow color, but I think it does enough on its own. Okay, so we're going to let that come to a boil, and then we'll add in our sugar. Okay, so we're almost to a roiling boil. I figured I'd give it a good stir. Let's see if it'll come back. So that's one way to tell. Oh gosh, you guys fogged up. That's one way to tell about a roiling boil. Is if you stir it and it goes away, it's not a true rolling boil. So we're not quite there yet. So we'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll add in our sugar and get our jars. Okay, so we're at a roiling boil, so now we're going to add in our sugar, which is 4 cups. We're going to stir that in and bring it back to a boil, and then we will fill our jars. Make sure you stir in your sugar really good. Okay, we'll let that sit until it boils. Now that we're back to a boil, we'll give it a good stir. And then you're going to need a slotted spoon or a spoon. We're going to turn the stove off. We're going to move over just a little bit. So we moved over to the other side of the stove, and we are just going to fill the jars. And you want about a 1-inch headspace on your jars. And try not to get the foam that's in the pan. You want a nice clear jelly. And as you can see, the color is perfect without adding any artificial food coloring to your jars. I'm going to fill up these 4-ounce ones to give to neighbors. We can skim the foam off once we get them all filled. So this last jar will be our jar that we leave on the counter because it will not be a full jar. Okay. And like I was saying, if you want, you can go and skim off the top of your jelly. Not much of them have a lot of it. But you want to try and get as much of that foam off the top, and if you let it sit for just a second, it's easy to get off. Just like that. Let me get this back one. Okay. And I'm going to grab a paper towel, clean our rings, and then we'll put lids on. Oh wow, vinegar burns, and that's sore right there. Okay, we're just gonna wipe off the rings of each jar. Make sure you get it if it got on the sides. We're not going to worry about that one. We're just going to set that one to the side. Okay. And then all of my lids and rings have been sitting in some hot water to soften up the ink. I don't know which is hotter, the rings or the jelly itself. Now that those are all on, you see that color? I need to go get my Copat counter. And now that we have the Copat counter, we are going to put our jars in. And I did grab some extra jars so that the jars will stay where they need to. Okay, now that we got them all in there, we are going to fill it with, I'm going to start with cold water, so it takes a little bit longer. I'm just filling the empty jars so that they'll stay down. And now we'll just start filling the pan. Okay, so it is 1 inch above the jars, and we are going to let it boil. And process for 7 minutes at a rolling boil. Which will take a little bit longer because, like I said, I used cold water so that it would take longer because my kids are getting out of school right now.